Hi everyone, it's Mrs. St. John here. I'm so happy that you're joining me for our read aloud on this Thursday. This week has been so busy and it's been so nice to connect with so many friends over the internet and do virtual meetings to help you guys get set up on the computer and to just see what you're doing at home and how your homework's going. Today I chose this read aloud here, Big Moon Tortilla. This is Marta Enos, and she lives in a Native American reservation in the south of Arizona, close to the Mexican border. And Marta Enos has a problem, and to solve her problem, she gets help from her grandma. Her grandma tells her this old Native American story and shares her wisdom with her. So I wanted to read this to you today because this story reminds me of both of my grandmothers, one who is still alive and one who passed away. And both women are just amazing. I'm so lucky that I have them in my life and that I had them in my life, and they shared so much knowledge with me. And I remember the knowledge that they've shared with me throughout the years. So I hope that you guys enjoy this story and that it reminds you of someone in your family who's really special to you that has shared their knowledge with you over the years. So let's get started. Big Moon Tortilla. And there's our main character staring out the window at the big moon. And here's the title page. We've talked about this before. Let's see who this is dedicated to. For my friends at Indian Oasis School in Arizona. To my husband for his patience and encouragement. That's really nice. So let's start our story. By the time Marta Enos had finished her homework, the sky was orange with sunset, and a fussing wind was blowing across the desert. Marta Enos opened her window and looked outside. In the cookhouse, grandmother was making tortillas for the church supper. Supper is another word for dinner. She slapped them into large circles and tossed them onto the iron plate over the mesquite fire. Grandmother's big moon tortillas were the best in the world. What is something special that your grandmother cooks or that your mom cooks or that your dad cooks, your older sibling, your aunt? What's a special food for you? Let's keep reading. The head of Marta Enos was filled with the knowing of fresh tortillas. Oh, that sweet, crisp, little bit burnt smell. It went to Marta's stomach, which rumbled and growled, and then on down to her feet, making her toes twitch towards the cookhouse. The legs of Marta Enos would not wait another minute. They were in such a hurry to run to the cookhouse that they knocked over Marta's table. And that is when a disaster happened. Let's figure out what happened. The homework papers with their neat writing and beautiful drawings went out the window and onto the breath of the fussing wind. The wind huffed the papers high into the air, and then with a little cough, it spread them over the village. Oh no. The legs of Marta Enos were sorry for their mistake, and they ran out to chase the homework papers, which slipped and slid like kites without strings. But the dogs, too, were chasing. Leaping into the air, they barked to each other, "A game! A game!" In no time at all, the beautiful homework papers were torn and chewed into trash. Oh no. The second disaster happened when Marta tried to pull a page away from a puppy. Her glasses fell off and she stepped on them. One arm of her glasses broke in half. She did not smell tortillas anymore. Her head was filled up to her eyes with grief as tears as hot as chili peppers. ruined homework, broken glasses. Marta Enos ran to grandmother. Grandmother left her tortillas and sat down, as big as a bed and warm from the cooking. As she smoothed Marta's hair with her floured hands, she said, "Hush, hush. If you cry so much, you'll put out the fire." "The dogs ate my homework and I can't see to do any more," Marta sobbed. Grandmother rocked her. "Little problems," she said, "too small for a big rainstorm. We'll repair your eyeglasses." But the tears of Marta Enos still ran through her eyes and nose and made hiccups in her throat. Poor Marta. So grandmother sang to her an old healing song, and with the healing song there was a story. When we have a problem, we must choose what we will be. Sometimes it will be good to be a tree, to stand up tall in the desert and look all ways at once. Sometimes it is best to be a rock, to sit very still, seeing nothing and saying nothing. Sometimes when you have a problem, you have to be a strong mountain lion, fierce and ready to fight for what is right. Sometimes the wisest thing is to be an eagle and fly. When the eagle is high up, it sees how small the earth is. It sees how small the problem is, and it laughs and laughs. Grandmother wound some tape around the arm of the glasses. She put the glasses back on the nose and ears of Marta Enos. "That should be okay until we get them fixed," she said. "Now, one tortilla before supper." Grandmother pinched a ball of dough and slapped it between her hands. Flip-flap, flip-flap, flip-flap. When it was as big and pale as a rising full moon, she dropped it onto the iron plate above the red-hot coals of the fire. Ah, the smell as the tortilla bubbled and browned. "I have decided," said Marta Enos, her legs doing a tortilla dance. "I'm going to be the eagle." Grandmother nodded. "That is very wise," she said, turning the tortilla over. "Fly high and laugh. Then come back and do your homework." The end. So I hope you guys really love this story as much as I do. I love that Marta Enos experienced something that we all experience almost on a daily basis. We all have things that happen that we get very upset about. But the story shows that we have a choice how we can react to those things. And no choice is necessarily right or wrong. It's just a matter of how we want to react to it. Sometimes we'll be the tree and we'll stand tall and look in all directions. Sometimes we'll be the rock and sit very still and see nothing and say nothing. Sometimes we'll be the mountain lion, fierce and ready to fight for what is right. And sometimes it's good to be the eagle. Fly high above your problem. Take a look at how small it is and laugh at it. So if you guys like this story, please like it and comment below. I'm going to post some questions too that you guys can ask. Well, you can ask each other and then you can answer. And I'm really happy that you joined me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, say bye to Mr. St. John.
Bye.
Bye, guys.